Story time, bitch, story time. I showed my male teacher my meow. You heard me the fuck right. I showed my teacher my meow. I've told a story time before, but I'm gonna tell it again because, bitch, this shit deserves to go viral because this shit was crazy. Please boost this video, share it to your mama, your daddy, your uncle. He was my freshman teacher. Not only that, bitch, he like literally taught me and all my siblings, bitch. Literally, our teacher had a crush on him too, like one of our female teachers, and we'd all gossip and talk about how fine he was. Girl, like, he was fine. I only had him 1 year and he moved away. So I'm thinking, oh damn, like the fine teacher moved away, like, bitch, I'm never gonna see him again, like blah blah. Bitches were crying and all types of stuff. So boom, bitch. This is TMI, but bitch, we gonna tell the motherfucking truth. So bitch, I was showering one day. I was like washing my, and Miss Thing was kind of like hurting a little bit. I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I was like, girl. So I look down and there's like a small little bump. There's a bump. And I was like, oh my God. My ass is over here Googling because bitch, I'm scared. I say fuck it. Like, I literally beg my mom to take me to urgent care. We walk into urgent care, right? I go in there and the lady at the front desk, she like checks me in. While she's checking me in, this man peeks his head from around the corner. I'm like, who is that? And then he's like, Miss Baker? That's my last name, Kay Baker. He's like, Miss Baker? And I was like, but he had a mask on. I'm like, who the fuck is that? And then he takes his mask off. Bitch. This my motherfucking teacher, bitch, from high school. Bitch, that fine one that we all had crushes on. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, Mr. Williams? He was like, Miss Baker, what are you doing here? And I was like, well, haha, you're so silly. You're so silly. Mind you, I'm like, so when the fuck he get back? Girl, it has been years. Second of all, what the fuck is he doing here? I didn't know that his little side hustle was like he was a teacher and a nurse. And he like walks away and the lady checks me in. I'm over here shitting my pants because not only, bitch, do I have this fucking bump on my bitch, I have to worry about whether or not the doctor who's gonna check me out is my fucking teacher or not. I'm like just praying. I'm praying to God. I'm like, God, please let somebody else walk into this room. No, just no as fuck, like as fuck. So I get a knock on the door. I'm literally, bitch, biting my nails, sweating. I'm like, bitch, who is walking in this door? In walks this lady. But bitch, it's just like the lady who like comes in first to check your vitals and all that. So I ask her, I'm like, hey, is there like any like other doctors in tonight? Or is it just like him, the male doctor? This woman tells me, oh no, we only have Mr. Williams in. He's the only doctor in tonight. Of fucking course, bitch, when I have some motherfucking issues, he has to be clocked in. Actively contemplating leaving, but I'm like, no, bitch, I can't sit up here with these intrusive thoughts making me think the fucking worst. I'm overthinking it. Let me just fucking get this shit situated and go the fuck home. And we wait a few minutes, bitch. In walks Mr. Williams. He said, Miss Baker, what trouble have you got into today? He said, what can I help you with? I said, Mr. Williams, yeah, so basically, there's like a bump on my meow, and I don't really know what it is. Like, I was like hoping maybe you could like help me, like, and he's like, oh yeah, sure. He was like, now it's up to you if you're comfortable or not. Do you mind if I take a look? But it's like, it's completely like up to you if you're comfortable. I was like, oh yeah, like go ahead. Like, bitch, I'm gonna die. I definitely wanted to show you, babe, but not like this. I was starting to get the fucking shits, bitch, the sweats, bitch, the stuttering, bitch. I was so fucking nervous. So he like gives me this gown and he steps out. This is not happening. Like, I'm not gonna show my teacher my meow. This is not happening, bitch. It's fucking happening. Like, no, bitch. This is real, bitch. This is my life, bitch. Showing my teacher my meow, bitch, and not in the way I wanted to. Mind y'all, he was still fine. He was still fine, girl. So I change. I get a knock at the door. He comes back in, and he makes me spread a bitch. I lay back. He has me lay back. He like held my leg up, and his arm was like this, looking through. Low-key, I was like. Not me getting all flustered and whatnot when he's actively looking at a bump of my mouth. That's not really cute, but that's okay, bitch. At this point, I just have accepted my fate. He's being obviously super nice about it, making me feel comfortable. The thing is, he has gloves on. Bitch, he has gloves on and he's like spreading up. Oh my God. Girl, he is over here like, he is touching my like, he is touching me. Bitch, not only is he looking, girl, like he is literally like opening flaps, bitch, looking through, like he is touching me. Sorry, y'all. Like, it just be hitting me like that was my teacher. Like, oh my gosh, oh my god. Like, obviously, like, that's his fucking job. He's a fucking doctor. But like, I was just like, OMG. It's still out. I'm still open. I'm still open. He like puts his hand, like rests his like hand on my knee. He's saying like he's still looking, and he's like saying like his hands on my knee. Girl, why am I romanticized? Like, girl, this is how you can tell, bitch, I'm lonely, touch deprived, bitch. Because I'm sitting up here romanticizing my doctor looking at a bump on my... Girl, I need Jesus. I need help. He says, it just looks like a minor infection. I'll send you some antibiotics and it should be gone within like a week. And then tell me why the female doctor was also in there. And she gonna joke about how, while I'm open, still open, she gonna joke about how I had asked her if there was any more doctors in, and they was laughing about it because I didn't want him to be my doctor. I was like, listen, bitch, okay. But you gotta say all that, bitch. Also, bitch, she was hairy. It was Chewbacca, bitch. It was Chewbacca, and that's okay. That's fucking okay. Because you know what? You can see that I'm a woman. I'm a woman now. Like Mr. Williams, I'm a fucking woman. And, you know, you did witness me have, you know, a infection, and that's okay. We can get past that. We can, you know, have drinks and maybe, like, you know, I'd be down for drinks if you're down for drinks. New makeup look. I hated that last one, but this one's cute. So, bitch, boost this video. Make it go viral because it fucking deserves to, because it's fucking crazy. Yeah, love you. Bye, I love you. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on IG.
My dad admitted that he was in love with me at my wedding. Story time. Okay, so to start, my dad's always been a fucking weirdo. And of course, I absolutely love my dad. Not in like a strange. Growing up, he always made these weird, inappropriate comments to my friends. And at one point, they just refused to come round to my house if my dad was going to be in. Now, I love my parents, but me and my mum are so close. We're like best friends. When I think back, I've always felt slightly uncomfortable around my dad. But my mum never picked up on anything, so I just thought this was normal. Now let me introduce you to my fiance, Steve. Welcome to the story, Steve. Woo! Me and Steve, it was love at first sight. We met during college. We'd been together for like 5 years before he popped the question. Easiest yes of my life. Now, my dad had always shown a lot of animosity towards Steve, but I was just thinking he was like an overprotective dad. I didn't think he was in love with me or whatever. I don't know how I didn't pick up on this sooner. But when we were planning the wedding, we went through 5 different dates because all of them my dad said that he couldn't go to. I know you're not that booked and busy, Dad. My dad was asking a lot of questions. My fiance did point this out to me, but I just thought it was my dad being a weirdo still, so I didn't think anything of it. This man wanted to know the timetable of the day down to the second. And very specifically, he wanted to know about the time that we would be saying I do. And we were like, well, obviously that's just after the bit where the person says, does anyone have any objections? Otherwise, these 2 people shouldn't get married. We say our vows, then we say I do. So my dad just didn't show up to the day of my wedding. I'm waiting at the top of the aisle, waiting for him to walk me down. Anyone see my dad? No, great. I just thought that he was being silly and I walked down myself. And except for that, the whole ceremony was beautiful. So then we get to the question that we thought would be the least of our worries that day. Does anyone have any reasons why we should stop this wedding? My dad came sprinting down the aisle saying, I do. Dad, that's my line, shut the fuck up. We started losing it. We thought it was so funny. We thought, haha, he's been stupidly late. Now he's trying to make an entrance. Like, ha. Then we expect him to sit down and like join the ceremony. And he flipping doesn't. So once again, the question gets asked. Anyone got any issues as to why we shouldn't get married? My dad replies again saying, I do. So if you don't know, if this happens at a wedding, you then have to wait for 30 days until you can actually get married. And that was when my dad went ahead and confessed that he was in love with me. He goes in to have this like full-blown meltdown in the middle of the aisle. He's like, I can't let you marry Steve. That should be me. That should be me. Holding your hand. That should be. And obviously, I just stood there in absolute shock and disbelief. This was the day I found out that my dad was an absolute weirdo.
My school was so strict. I remember the time the principal gave my whole entire class in school suspension. Do y'all know what it takes for a whole class to get in school suspension? Or even just to get it alone is not good at all. But get ready with me for school story time on how my full entire class got in school suspension. Before we start the video, if this gets on your For You page, please comment For You page because I try to notice and follow some people back who comment For You page. Please don't forget to comment For You page. Look at that shade match. Okay, so we had just came back from lunch and we were about to take our quiz or whatever. And this one girl who was not supposed to be in our class walks in and she was arguing with this one girl. Like, they were talking at first because I guess she lost her water bottle and she blamed it on her. I don't know. But it kind of escalated a little bit and the one girl went outside and the other girl followed. I guess the one girl was trying to be mature about the situation, but the other girl had walked out. So, and then they started getting louder. So then that's when like 3 students ran outside and that's when the whole class was just like, oh, we're about to take this very important test. And our teacher is on maternity leave, so we have this substitute. At the time I didn't like him, but then I started to like him. So we were the first class who runs out and then the whole grade is in the hallway. Obviously nothing happens because my science teacher gets one of the girls and yeah, I mean like nothing happens. But here's the problem. We try and go back into the classroom and we notice that the door is locked. This dude would not let us in the class. We're literally banging on the door because half of the class is outside. After standing out there for a while, the ESL teacher comes and gets us. We're in the dean's office. He would not let us back in the class. But literally the whole grade was out there, so why are we the only ones being punished? Doesn't make sense. Being so for real, we were sitting in that room for like 2 hours straight because like we had absolutely nowhere to go. He comes back and he says that we're all going to get in school suspension, but on a different day. So for example, 10 kids would go per a day until we were all done. But the story does not end. So let me know if y'all want a part 2. If you stayed all the way to the end, comment down below a pink heart in the comments. Bye guys and have a great day. 500,000 followers is crazy.
Get ready with me for a fight. So basically, this girl wants to fucking fight me, y'all. Like, if you know me at school, I'm like one of the sweetest people. Like, I mind my business. I don't talk to anybody. Like, I have my 4 friends that I talk to all day. No, 5 that I talk to all day. If you don't see me talking to them, then I have my headphones in and I'm minding my business. So there's this girl, not gonna say names, we're just gonna call her Mia. So y'all remember yesterday how I was talking about Sam and how he's a hoe, right? And how I wanted to mess with him, but he didn't want a relationship, basically. So I stopped talking to him. So I forgot to say good morning. Good morning. I was just too excited to tell this story. So he was used to mess with this other girl named Bree before he started to mess with me. And Bree got really sad that, cause she really liked him, and so she got really sad that he didn't want to like be in a relationship with her, basically. So when he started messing with me, she got mad at me. So Miss Girl is mad at me, and she was like, and Simone was kissing on my boyfriend. First of all, baby, I didn't even kiss him. I never put my hand, that boy never put a hand on me. I never put a hand on that boy. So where did you get kissed at from? Because that never happened. So let me get into like what happened yesterday. So I was minding my business, and every little so often when I am in the mood, I go into the bathroom to see how I look, just to see if I have something on my face or something. So I go into the bathroom and she happens to walk in before me. So I walk into the bathroom and she happens to walk in before me, and I'm just checking myself in the bathroom because every so often I just go in the bathroom and to see how I look. And she happens to go in before me. She says, when I walk in there, she says, "I'm not gonna deal with this bitch," and walks out. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, babes. So I'm like, okay, maybe she's not talking about me. So then I get out the bathroom, I'm walking to my class, and she goes and says she talking all this shit, but she not gonna do nothing. Y'all gonna have to go to part 2. Sorry.
When I was younger, there was a girl I knew who lived in our neighborhood. None of the kids liked her because they claimed that she stinked and acted weird. When they talked about her, I kind of felt bad, so I became friends with her. Yeah, of course, I got the, why do you hang out with her? But she really wasn't all that bad. But her scent, they were kind of right about that. One day, she invites me over to her house, and she was very excited because she told me I was the first person to ever come over. And I felt so honored, so I went. But when I went into her house, it smelled very bad, almost nauseating, but I didn't say anything because I didn't want to be rude. She had a lot of uncles that lived with her family. Honestly, it was like 4 to 5 families in one house, to be honest. But she first introduced me to her stepmom. I said hi to her, but she just stared at me in disgust. Then we went to her room to play. As it got later, I told her I needed to go home. But she begged me to stay longer because she was scared. I told her I'd come tomorrow, and she just starts crying. She runs into her bed and falls into her sheets, which lifted her skirt. There were bruises all over her thighs. Let me know if y'all want a part 2.
I got jumped, so get ready with me to fight at school. So I literally got jumped at school this weekend. So I'm like, okay, when I come back to school on Monday, I'm going to get my lick back. It's 2 important characters to the story. We're going to name them Rolly and Polly. Me and Rolly and Polly have the same first periods together, and that's kind of how we all know each other. So I usually sit in the front of the classroom, so I'm over here, minding my business, and I hear from the back of me, look at that outfit. Who you talking to? Oh, I know if the shoe fit, don't wear it, but I had a whole pink outfit on. So I'm like, okay, like, I feel like you talk about me because I'm the brightest one in the room. Everybody is wearing, like... So I didn't respond to it at first, but then I started hearing laughing. So I'm like, okay. So I turn around. I'm like, what's so funny? Because, like, what's going on? Like, huh? Go out picking for a fight, but I feel like it just finds me. Only over here talk about something. Okay, and I always talk about you, now what? So, girl, I'm like, okay, you don't want to do that with me, girl. I got 99 jokes for you. So now we start roasting, and we start, like, roasting each other back and forth, back and forth. So it gets to the point where I stand up. I'm like, okay, like, what's the problem? Like, what's for real? So everybody had to calm me down. They had to calm them down, too, because I don't know what they were on. They was jumping like some jumping jacks. So after the period ended, the teachers had to hold them back so they can talk to the teacher because I wasn't the one that was doing the most. They was supposed to talk about me first. So I'm like, okay, girl, like, what's really going on? So I'm walking to my second period class, and I'm one of the first people there, and the teacher's not even in the classroom, like, mind you. So it's just me in the back, taking down all the chairs, blah, 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 blah. Now I'm like, okay, I feel my spidey senses tingling, like, I don't know. I just get kind of paranoid out of nowhere. When I get to my seat, I get to take my seat down. Girl, I hear, I'm like, girl, it's Rolly and Polly, like, storming at me, girl. Like, y'all, it's Dex right here, and she's, like, storming at me. So I pick up my chair that I didn't take down. I'm like, move. Boom. Girl, I threw it at him, girl, but I didn't hold it back because Polly came from around, girl, and just, it was a disaster. So they did what they did, and they hurried up and rushed out the room, girl, when I was on the ground. So I'm like, okay, this is crazy. So now I have to get my lick back tomorrow, and you guys are going to see the full video. By the time you're watching this video, the YouTube video is already out. So go ahead and go watch the fight, and go ahead and go watch the tutorial time on it, too. Link in bio, YouTube channel, Armani West.
In high school, I was dating this boy and he effed all of my friends. I don't want to make this a hate page about all the people that I mess with and like what the hell they did to me. But listen, we're talking our shit today. So I was dating this boy who went to a different school than me. We didn't go to the same school. I'm a girl that believes, sadly, whoever I want, I will get. And this is someone that I've wanted for like 3-4 years, okay? So when I got the chance, I took it immediately. I don't trust people, but I really seriously trusted him. Like, I felt like there was no wrongdoing that he can do. At the same time, I was just looking for someone to give me that satisfaction of wants and needs. But there were so many red flags, and I just want to tell y'all, if there's a red flag, that is a sign right there, because I had like 8 of them, and I was just like, for one, I was never posted on social media, which, like, I'm not a big person that posts my relationship on social media, but I make it known that I'm in a relationship. Red flag 2, when I posted him on social media, that shit needed to be deleted ASAP. And I was just like, oh, he doesn't like being posted on social media, it's okay. Red flag 3 was always not appropriate talking. Like, it always had to be nasty in some sort of way. Like, you can have a, hey, how was your day? He was rude to my parents when he came over. Not like rude, but he was like, he didn't have manners. So he was like, yo, pass me that shit. And I should have known, bitch, don't ever talk to my parents like that ever again. That is literally a wish to right then and there. He never ever wanted to like go out in public. It was always like my house, his house, which I wasn't allowed at his house at the time, but he was allowed at my house and we had to be downstairs. This boy that was at my school told me that he was cheating on me, and I said, no, he's not. Like, you're lying, you're a liar, you just want to break us up because you want me. That was my mindset. Bitch was still Lulu. He came to my friend's house. He literally said, bitch, suck my. And I was like, I was stuck. I was like, bitch, what do I do? My friend looked at me like, girl, if you don't do it. I was like, girl, take me home. Call my mama, please. So let's just stop there. This is where the tea gets a little hot. So I'm at my friend's house and this girl DMs me. And she's like, oh, do you and this person date? And I was like, yeah, like, why? And she's like, oh, we're going to the movies on this day. She wasn't doing it in a girl, I'm letting you know type of way. She was letting me know, like, bitch, I know you guys are together, but I don't give a fuck, and I'm gonna still mess with him type energy. So I was just like, wow, I was heartbroken. I called my parents. I was like, what the heck do I do? Like, he literally is cheating on me. I stay because he's my bestie and I loved him. Even though, like, you know, he would hang up on me and say that his mom was calling, but wouldn't call back for 5 more hours. As I'm talking, like, more of my friends about the situation, they're like, do you know that, this girl did the thing with him? Which was my friend at the time. And I was like, you're kidding. I am not a person that believes in lick backs, but this was a lick back that needed to happen. So I did do a lick back, and I don't regret it. I'm not talking my shit to, like, be mean or, like, be hateful or spiteful. I'm talking my shit for my girls to be like, if you're dating with someone and they cheat once, best believe they're going to do it again. I certainly just want all my girls good. If you find out that your significant other's cheating, oh my god, do not act crazy. If you act crazy, it's just going to make you look freaking psychotic. I'm gonna come home, or you guys are gonna hang out and you're gonna do something real sexy, real nice, real good, real juicy for them. Well, however your significant other cheated, portray it as a different person. Be like, so my friend told me how this one person went to this party and was up on this girl and left with her and da-da-da. And if you have proof, be like, look, show them. Show them. God, I wish I was there. I wish I was there while you guys did it, because that shit would have been so, it would have been like, in the backseat, like, girls, we all been through it. You're not alone. I promise you. I love you. Y'all, get ready with me while the cops are literally freaking searching for me, like, right now. I know y'all hear that. I think I'm gonna just do my eyebrows, because if I do makeup, I'm gonna cry it off. Also, I know this isn't my shade. That's why I'm literally using it for my eyebrows. Not too much on the eyebrows. I'll come back and do them later, but I'm not worried about that. I'm gonna give you guys the story time on why they're even looking for me in the first place, because I'm just so tired. Also, don't mind how big my nose looks. I'm like really sick right now, and whenever I get sick, my nose gets really red, and it gets even bigger than what it already is. So, like, don't do too much in the comments, because I don't want to have to argue with anybody today. Like, I'm already in enough trouble. Alright, so basically last night we had this family gathering, and me and my cousin were bored, so we were just like, we should just play Ding Dong Ditch. So I was just like, oh, okay, we should just play. It was like, probably like almost 10 o'clock. It was pitch black. And, we kind of live by the neighborhood we're in. There's kind of some Karens. So we rang a Karen's doorbell. And she comes outside and she starts yelling and stuff. And she's like, hold on. So we didn't think of anything of it. We just thought that it was a threat. So we just go on. Like, we didn't ding dong this more houses. So we just go on. Also, my nose burns so much right now. Please don't mind the eyebrows. Please, I'll fix them later. Oh my gosh, bro. But anyways, we just went on or whatever. This was last night, by the way. And we see a cop car and we don't think anything of it. We're just probably like, oh, they're probably on break. And they they kind of zoom up and we're like, oh shoot. Like, I think they're trying to think that was us. So we started speed walking. So then the cop car got a little bit faster. And then we started running. And then, like, the cop car literally freaking turned on the sirens. And we started zooming. We were running. And then we got home. And we didn't even think to tell anyone, like, hey, like, the cops are looking for us. Like, this Karen called the cops on us. So, I just go home. And I didn't talk to her for the rest of the night. Tell me why this girl texts me and says, oh, by the way, you know the cops are looking for us, right? Why ain't you been telling me? And it's like, we didn't even do nothing. So I was like, what are they looking for? But they've been circling around the neighborhood playing those little sirens. I don't know if it's like a prank to try and scare, but like, don't act like you never ding dong ditched a house before. Like, at the end of the day, we were just bored. Like, we didn't have any intention on hurting that lady's feelings. Also, I might, like, take a break from doing get ready with me for school and just do, like, get unready with me. Because, like, in the morning, I just have too much going on. So I might just, like, do get ready with me, but, like, just not for school. Look how big my nostrils are. Alright, so, I'm gonna do some powder now. Like, they're eventually gonna end up finding, like, where I am. And that's what I'm worried about. Like, why do people just gotta be so dramatic, bro? And then on top of that, they'll literally, like, get out the car and start looking. The only reason how I know it's for us is because it was that same officer. So, like, who else could it possibly be for? I'm gonna use my mini mascara because I never ever use it. But, like, I just been so freaking tired of life recently, bro. I'm gonna do my mascara off camera and I'll be back. So, basically, I'm getting ready to go to my grandma's because, like, I cannot be here right now. And, like, my mom doesn't even know. So, like, I don't think we're gonna get in trouble, but we might get in trouble. Because I heard it's a crime to ding dong bitch. Not sure if it is, but that's what I heard. Don't come for me in the comments, but I really genuinely don't think it is. I think that was just to scare us. I'm literally so annoyed because my nose looks so weird. Also, yesterday I got a new lip liner, but I think it is definitely the wrong shade. But it's kind of getting towards the end of the video, so if you stayed all the way, comment the black heart emoji however many times you want to, and I'm gonna respond to people who do. Also, if you stayed all the way, let me explain, because I have something big to tell y'all. This is satire once again. The sirens that you heard in the back were from my computer. Let me explain why I did 3 satire videos. So basically, me and my friends, the friends that don't go to my school, we were gonna take theater classes together, but we wanted to practice our ability to see if we can even act or not. And personally, I don't think they're for me because I don't think I'm a good actor, but let me know if you guys think I did good or not. Literally, the ops are not looking for me. I'm safe and sound. Let's blow this video up like you guys did for the last one. Thank you so much. Bye.
If you think you're that bitch and you do any of these things, you're not that bitch. Okay, let's just be so fucking for real, okay? But also, if any of your friends do this to you, that's not your friend, and you better run far a fucking way, okay? Like, if you're cool with your friend's enemy, you're a fucking weirdo. Okay, you're gonna be friends with someone who literally hates your friend or your best friend. How does that make any sense? But also, we both know that you are talking shit about her. We both know. Let's be so fucking fair. A real friend would not be even friendly towards someone who hates their best friend. Let's just be so fucking fair. Like, if a bitch felt so comfortable to talk shit about literally my best friend, I would punch a hole in her face. I would be ready to square up right fucking now. You know what I mean? When a girl gets mad because someone else is getting attention or complimented or someone is trying to get at someone else, you know what I mean? And it's not you. You know what I mean? Like, you're not getting the attention and you're mad about it. Like, why is that? These type of girls feel like someone else's beauty literally takes away from their own, and that is literally crazy. That is literally like psycho mental behavior. Girls who try to get at your crush or girls who are trying to steal your man. Jail time. Because not only is it giving I live for men and male attention, but it's also giving like, I'm not that bitch. You know what I mean? I'm that homeless bitch on the side of the road. That's what I am. This was going to be really specific because it hits home, but a bitch who literally uses your secrets against you when y'all stop being friends. I could do a whole story time on that one. When a bitch stops being friends with you because you aren't known or popular enough. I'm sorry. This one actually hit home because this shit happened to me. Let's do a mini story time real quick. Okay, because literally I was talking to my best friend at that time, right? And I was like, she was talking about this kid and I was like, oh, I don't know who you're talking about. And she's like, how do you not know? You really need to go out more. Like, you really need to, like, have more friends. Like, energy like that really gives, like, I peaked in high school. And you know what? That bitch really did. I'm gonna be posting on YouTube very soon, so please go subscribe to my new YouTube channel. I love you guys so much. Bye.
I wasn't really going to tell this story on TikTok because I'm not messy, but story time about how I fought my husband's stepmother at the family reunion. All right, y'all. So last summer, we had a family reunion for my husband's family. Now, I've been in the family for about 5 years, but I feel like they still ain't respecting my shit. So on the first day of the family reunion, they finally get the plates and stuff ready because the food was supposed to be ready 2 hours prior, but it wasn't. That was strike one. So I asked my husband's stepmother, when's the food gonna be ready? Because my kids was getting agitated. She said, you didn't even cook nothing, so you really don't need to worry about it. That was strike two, because I told her I was gonna be bringing utensils and chips and juice for the kids. But anyway, throughout this whole process, my youngest son was whining and crying all day, getting on everybody's nerves, and she gonna look at me in my eyes and say, the line on his diaper is blue. You probably need to change him. That was strike three, but I ain't even really let her have it right then because I respect my husband. So after I changed June, I start making my kids' plates and dispersing them. She looked me in my eyes and says, a man deserves his plate first, but any real wife would know that. And y'all, that's where I let her have it.